Welcome to Privet Palm Beach Presents, bringing you everything Palm Beach. Coming to you from our active storefront studio in the exciting new Nora District.
This episode of Privet Palm Beach Presents is brought to you by Caprock, a privately owned multifamily office serving Palm Beach and beyond. Caprock provides independent wealth advisory and investment services for families, foundations, and institutions. Learn more at caprock.com.
This week brings us Good Day Palm Beach, with hosts JAYNE Chase, Jack LYNCH, and Carolina BUIA. Be sure to subscribe, follow, like, and share our multiple channels in the show notes.
Hi, everybody, and we're so excited to be live today from the Norton Museum in West Palm Beach. And joining us this morning is Ghislain Dumer, who is the director of the museum, and Kelly Williams, who is the new head of the board here. And we're so excited to grab you guys. We know how busy you all are, so we appreciate you being here. And it's a beautiful sunny day, and we've got lots to talk about. So Jack, start us off.
Great, thanks, JAYNE. I'd love to hear how the exhibit kind of happened. Like, how did you get this exhibit with Rembrandt? Because it's such a huge get for the museum, and I saw the parking lots packed, the attendance must be through the roof, everyone's talking about it. So how did you secure it?
All right, I'll try to make it short because exhibition takes always great time to be put together. So the Norton has been collecting all master painting, Mr. Norton, that was part of the collection, and the collection always been on the third floor, which is a very good collection, maybe not the best in the world. And one day I was several years ago giving a tour to Daisy Soros. Daisy Soros is the widow of Paul Soros, a wonderful lady. And I was giving the tour, and she looked at the collection and said, "Oh, it's okay, it's nice, but it could be better." I said, "Sure, it could always be better." And she said, and I kind of pushed back and said, "How could you help me?" And she said, "Well, I know people, so who do you want to meet?" Really, it was a joke. And I said, "Tom Kaplan." Okay, why? Because in a world of museum and auction, everybody knows that Tom Kaplan is the best collection of Dutch painting, private collection, 17 Rembrandt, the only Vermeer in private hand, and so on. And amazing coincidence, which is a typical, 6 degrees of separation. On this case, it was 1. She said, "Oh, my late husband was the mentor of Tom Kaplan." And she said, "Okay." And she called me 2 weeks after, "Go to New York, you have a meeting with him, talk to him." So we talked, but you have to understand that that collection is usually not landed to a US museum. It does land painting for exhibition, but not the whole collection, only abroad. So I came to him to pitch, to borrow one by one every year a different painting. Fine. First year was a great one, and I was working on a second one. And then we heard that he was going to lend the whole collection to the Museum of Amsterdam to celebrate the 750th anniversary of Amsterdam. And I got a little bit annoyed because when you think that Amsterdam has so many Rembrandt everywhere, and we are in Florida and we don't have one. So I was in Paris where Mr. Kaplan lives sometime part of the year, and I came to him and I said, "That's not fair. I mean, you have to make a difference. 60% of the population here may never go to New York, will never see Rembrandt and Vermeer. You claim Rembrandt is the global artist by excellence," which is true. 400 years, he has inspired Rembrandt more artists than anybody else, from Bacon to Picasso to Degas and so on. Anyway, fast forward, talking to Mr. Kaplan, what I didn't know, as a kid, he was raised in Fort Lauderdale, from 6 years old to 16 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I had no idea, pure coincidence.
Yeah.
Second strike of luck. And he said, "Okay, we do it, 2 conditions. You don't charge for the underprivileged community." I said, "That's no problem because we don't, and we have program for that." And the second one, he said, "I want drama." I look at him and say, "Okay, drama, in museum, we know how to do drama." And therefore, he did lend the collection. And that exhibition upstairs has been really fantastic because it's presented to an experience. It's a deep experience, one-on-one with each painting. We spend 10 days on the lighting. We spend 4 days on the color. But you have to realize that exhibition was only at the Louvre before the war in St. Petersburg and Moscow, in Beijing, Shanghai, Louvre, Abu Dhabi, and Amsterdam. It's never been exhibited in the US, and that's the only venue in the US.
It's
The
amazing.
number of museum directors call me, say, could we be next? I say, well, you deal with Mr. Kaplan, but I
And,
don't
and
know.
how long is the exhibit
So
here?
it's exceptional. Usually it's 3 months. This time it's 5 months. So he will be here until March 29 because it was a lot of work, but also we knew the attendance was going to be there. And to your point, it's been really crowded and great visit. Very interesting. 1/3 of the visitors are first-time visitor. So that's been the name
Wow.
of Rembrandt really means something. And also
Does.
1/3 of the visitors are from all of the community access program for underprivileged community, which came, and we know because we have all of his data. So it really had an impact. As you know, it's bilingual, but it's really astonishing that 400 years artist is touching the heart. So
It's incredible.
the last thing is that exhibition is not only Rembrandt and Vermeer, it's also many other artists from the same period. But Tom Kaplan had really the gift to pick up the best of the best. It's a unique
Amazing.
case.
So people can fly in from all over the country, the
Yes.
world, and come
Well,
here.
I have to say, because the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the New York Times, sorry, I'm not name dropping, but because the three of them
We
have
love
kind of a
that.
little bit.
We
but
love
so-
a name drop.
Because all of them did a great article. We have a lot of people from New York. In fact, people from that. Everywhere there's a direct flight. Dallas people came and so on because they knew it was the only place.
Incredible. When things align, things
Yeah,
align.
yeah.
It's just the way it is. It's
It's great
wonderful.
to put the Norton on the
But it
map.
started with
Absolutely.
a wonderful lady who just said, well, let's see what we could do.
I mean, it's Monday in the place. This is packed.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't find a parking spot.
Carolina,
exciting.
you want to?
So
Jump in.
let's talk about the expansion. In 2019, the Norton had a huge expansion, and now it's going to double in size. Tell us about that.
Sure. Well, as you know, the museum opened in 1941. Mr. Norton and his wife decided to give their collection and very deliberately gave it to West Palm Beach, cited it here. And in 2019, I mean, this extraordinary museum was able to attract the likes of Lord Norman Foster, ostensibly the greatest living architect in the world, to expand our museum. And when the trustees elected to do that, what they added were public spaces. It was really meant to welcome the community into the museum. We changed the entrance. Where we're sitting right now used to be
Exactly.
the entrance. We put the entrance to face west, and we added public spaces, our incredible restaurant, a conference room, the entrance hall, the great hall, and the auditorium. And you can come to all of those places without ever buying a ticket or seeing a piece of art. The next part of the expansion, next part of the story, and really the master plan that the trustees designed with Lord Foster was to expand our collections, expand our education and exhibition space, and our event space. And so that's what the new expansion, which you've heard about and that we've talked with the city about, that's what we hope to achieve.
And expanding parking. is
Oh,
part of
definitely
the
expanding
plan.
parking.
Oh my gosh,
we will have
definitely.
a visitor service center
There was
across the
no
street.
parking this morning. It was hard to find a
And
parking
you
spot.
guys are going to be from what I've read, the largest footprint museum in the state of Florida. Is that accurate?
That's correct. Well, we actually are now.
already are,
We are
yeah.
now
You
the
are,
largest
okay.
museum in
Bigger
Florida.
than Miami. Wow.
Bigger
Perez.
than the Perez, bigger than the Rubel, bigger than, yeah. And so this will expand that. And really the way, Ghislain and his team and the trustees think about it is we see this museum as a vessel that really can contain all of the aspirations of our broad community.
So, guys, tell us quickly. This museum has really reached out into the community in a way that impresses everybody. It's Monday. This place is absolutely packed. We know it's also crowded on Friday nights where you have art under the lights, right?
Out of the dark.
Art of the dark.
Yeah.
And it's just so crowded and people are really loving the museum. Tell us what you've done to reach out to the community to do that, to accomplish that.
So it's been, again, you have to put things in context with COVID. 5 years ago, it was closed like every museum in the country. So we have to slowly reopen and so on. But it was really, we felt the need from the community at large. So we're here for the county. The county is 1.8 million. But in fact, we reach out up to Stewart, down to Delray. And program for the family during the day, program during the weekend for, again, family, every kind of level. We have program from 5 years old to 95. Art After Dark really completely boosted and exploded because we do music. The first Friday is jazz. It's becoming so popular. In fact, We have close to 1,000 to 1,200 people, pretty much sometime on a Friday, on a given Friday, which is very
Wow.
exciting. The
Amazing.
restaurant is open and you have lecture, you have art activities, making upstairs, I say upstairs, second floor, everywhere. So all of that. And then through the year, we have 4 major community days where everybody come for free. The next one will be Lunar New Year, which is the former Chinese New Year's. That is, funny enough, there's not such a large Chinese or Asian community, but everybody from the community here, Latino, African American, all of them love that Chinese New Year celebration with the dragon and with the firework and so on. We have one in October for Nuestra Cultura, we have Juneteenth and so on. So these days are great. And during the summer, the second thing we did for the community, when I arrived, they say, oh, nothing happened in the summer. Well, I kind of disagree. You still have 1.8 million people
Oh yeah, there are
here.
a lot of people here for the
So
summer.
we started summer at the Norton 5 years ago.
It's a big secret.
It's a big
how
secret.
wonderful it is here in the summertime.
Well, it's getting really
Yeah.
great. And so summer from Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, we are doing a lot of activities for family. We have also some free days for the county and the city every Saturday. So we are very dedicated to it. So it's been snowballing. It took some time, but now after 5 years, it's really successful.
It's really great.
And that's
Plus, look
one
at all
of the
this outdoor space. It's such a
Well,
beautiful day here today.
Just wait 10
This
minutes,
is
you will have
incredible.
200 or 150 kids from Title I school coming. You see the blanket, they're
Yeah.
going to have their lunch because they're right now around the museum having activities and they will kind of rush soon to be there sitting on the grass.
It's incredible. Well, the Rembrandt exhibit is really very special, guys. And we're so happy that we were able to grab you today just to talk about it really quickly, talk about the expansion, the community outreach, and incredibly to get that.
Yeah, no, and this museum has been so impactful in my life. You know, I have 4 kids here. My daughter's played piano on at least 2 occasions in this museum. Another one of my daughters has exhibited her artwork through Dreyfus School of the Arts, and we've definitely come to Art After Dark. We absolutely love it.
That's great.
That
really has brought
makes
us
me
together.
very happy.
Sorry to add one thing on Dreyfus, but you go on the second floor, we have a gallery for student work and we did a competition open to every Title I school to do self-portrait inspired by Rembrandt. And that we had like 700 entries, selected 66 of them. And we had Jen Holzer and Lorna James and Daisy Soros at the jury. That was last weekend. We had 300 kids and family. And what was amazing, Jen Holzer, who is a fabulous
Yes, of
trustee,
course,
Yeah,
I know
sure.
Jane.
she said, and she's a collector, she says, too difficult, it's not fair, they're all good. And she gave $1,000 for every participant
That's amazing.
Wow.
as an
Oh my
award.
God,
But you
incredible.
should see that upstairs. It's
I'm going
straight
to.
from a 400 years old artist, Rembrandt, how he inspired many kids from Title I school in the
I
country.
love that.
Incredible. Well, we have an amazing community here, and we're so grateful to you guys to make some time to come talk to us today. And thanks for joining us today, you guys. We're in the museum live, the Norton Museum, and we are Good Day Palm Beach. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Loved it.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. And don't forget to follow us on Privet Palm Beach, Instagram, and Good Day PB, as well as our own social media. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube.
Perfectly Palm Beach Candles and Diffusers, the official scent of Good Day Palm Beach, can be found at Hive, Lily Pulitzer, and many more local stores. Also online at perfectlypb.com. The perfect Palm Beach gift. Privet Palm Beach Presents is a production of Privet Studios and is available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify platforms. You could reach out to us on Instagram at Privet Palm Beach and at theprivet.com. Thanks to the Privet Studios team, including Summers Laffey, Will Cannon, our friends at Mass Inbound, and music by Kevin MacLeod.